everybody, Papa Gord here. Let's do a Black Series review. So, you might have seen on my Instagram, I don't know, just a few days ago, just after I got Hondo from Toys R Us, so the new Galaxy's Edge releases that are finally starting to trickle out up here in the Great White North. I managed to make a bit of a deal to pick up a couple of the new figures out of the newest wave that seems to be dropping pretty regularly in the States, but up here again, up in Canada, is just a drizzle. So Walmart has had them. I've heard that Toys R Us is slowly starting to get these figures in. Of course, the Beskar Mando is always the first one gone. I don't need the Hoth Pilot Luke or the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, as I had them both on card and they're in the collection. Yeah, I'd like to have the box, but honestly, I'm an out-of-box guy, so it doesn't really matter. One way or the other, I have the figure. So that means I only needed, I think, 5. So Admiral Akbar, Tebow, the Beskar Mando, the Camino Clone Trooper, and the Stormtrooper, based on Rogue One. So I guess that retcons the armor better, I guess. I don't know. But again, it's that new package style that we're starting to see quite often. I do like the boxes. I still wish that they were just squared off. This angular bit, it kind of drives me nuts a little bit. I get what they're going for. You can line them all up, make a nice picture. So for the inbox people, if you don't display this way, you can still get away with doing it library book style. And it beats just having a lot of black lines with 3 or 7 or 25 written on the side. So I get it. So let's just get into it. So there's not going to be, well, maybe there might be some stuff to talk about, but Stormtroopers are elite shock troopers, fanatically loyal to the Empire and impossible to sway from the Imperial cause. They wear imposing white armor, which offers a wide range of survival equipment. Sure. So we'll put that down and we will, well, let's get his blaster out of his hand and we'll just look at the figure. And I will say, at first glance, I dig it. His legs are so much better. I'll pull up another one of the older ones to compare. But like, this actually looks like maybe, you know, he hasn't been riding a horse for almost his entire life, or her life. Got to correct that. So their lives, whichever. But yeah, so there is. We'll start from the head, because that's kind of where I'm kind of negative and I'm a little sour on this figure. Is, again, you've probably all seen, and I can't get this into a good enough pose to be able to show you, but debating on what angle, there's a head sculpt underneath the helmet. I can understand Hasbro doing it like this, so maybe it's just easier for when they break out a trooper that has a removable helmet. And God forbid, if you give us another Luke Skywalker in trooper disguise, I'm gonna lose it. I don't need another one. I don't like the Justin Bieber one. It's not even, it's horrible. So that, with that being said, the helmet is a lot more pliable than, let's just take this guy for instance, because this is just one solid piece of plastic on a ball. That's it. That's how they get this crazy amount of articulation on the head. Solid. So it's molded and it stays that way. This one, I've tried to heat it up a couple of times and then stick him into water. This one's not too bad. I've seen some that are really, really bad, and that might be when we get into, yeah, we'll just skip that part for now. But yeah, so that's really my only negative. It really is. I love the fact that they've stuck a head up under here for sizing, but it weakens the helmet itself, but it looks really good. We'll pull them up side by side. I can think you can even tell this one's still got a little bit of warp to it, but it does look better. So don't be like, oh geez, he's all being all negative again. But hey, I'm just letting you know, this, if you collect in box, this may not even really bother you, because you may not even notice that it's got a slight warping to it. But for those of us that collect out of box, that it drives me bonkers a little bit. So the upper arms, the upper shoulder armor is kind of on sort of like a peg. They're very soft, so they get up and out of the way, so you can actually get him a lot higher, where that was about it for the articulation on the original one. So that's definitely a plus. Deeper cut, single joint on the elbow. Now these are double joints, but this looks so much cleaner. And I know I'm using the red because if I pull out my original white trooper, I put my standout over here and it'll topple everybody down. So we're just going to use the crimson trooper. So this is a plus too. Really nice and clean. I like that. You can easily get both hands over. That doesn't look like you're really trying to force the joints. There is a butterfly joint in behind all of this stuff, which works really nice with the deeper cut in the elbows. So that's fantastic. Now this chest armor floats. It's a floating piece, so it does tend to ride up, but you do need to kind of force it down just a little bit. But I don't even care about that, because that looks like it would be natural. That would be something that would happen wearing stuff like this. I'll throw it out to Brian. Maybe he can confirm in the comments if the chest piece rides up a little bit. Coming around the sides, so you've got, you know, pretty okay for a guy in full armor. This one's gonna be I would say waist-wise, I'd say it's still about the same articulation. And I dropped his blaster. And then the legs, we're back down to those single jointed knees. And again, he's in armor. So there's one. So yeah. Original Trooper, better articulation, but he's got the double joints on his knees. He's got single. He's, again, in full armor. So I can give that a pass. Plus, it looks a lot cleaner as well. And that's great. Spread, of course, that's about as far as he's going to get, because he's running into his upper thigh, into his groinal, you know, hitting his side butt armor, and that's all right. Let's get him, because it pretty well the same issue that this one has too. This one maybe not so bad, but and here we'll look at the back compared. It's just overall, it's a crisp, it's a cleaner look. I will say one other I've got is with the shoulder, like with the upper shoulder pads here, that yeah, they are flexible and they will come back down. I'm just hoping this isn't going to be a soft spot, like a wear out point. So if you do play with your figures quite a bit, that might eventually they may just not want to come back into shape. I would imagine a little bit of heat and you'd probably be able to press them down. So just wanted to put that out there. And last but not least, if you've noticed, he's very clean. Like there's nothing else on him. He's got his little Pringles can holder back here, like like he does. A couple of pouches on the front. His are a little more spaced out, more on the sides. His are a little more closer to his inseam. But there's no blaster holster on him. And if you look at a lot of pictures, there's actually not a lot of them that you actually see that actually have the holster. So that's okay. I'm gonna have mine posed with blaster in hand because I think he'd look kind of stupid just standing on the shelf just like that. So he does come with, actually no he doesn't. He just comes with his blaster. Unlike some of the other figures, the Kamino Clone Trooper comes with that longer blaster rifle. So I could see how some people may display with the blaster in the pouch and then holding the rifle in hand. And then that way he can hold all, or she or they can hold their own accessories, all of their accessories, which I'm a big fan of. If I can be able to take out every piece that comes with a figure and have it with that figure instead of having to go through over 100 boxes, I'm down for that. So yeah, so he's, I guess we need to look at the blaster, but he is a much welcomed improvement to the Stormtrooper body, because this gappy, I've been on a horse most of my life look, yeah, the bowed legs, and he's got the shimmies a little bit. This I'm glad to see, like, natural bowed. So this is awesome. I am super stoked to have this. I do have this guy on pre-order. I'm going to keep the pre-order because I do want to, because I missed out on getting a second original Stormtrooper without being red or a shock or blaster damage or Justin Bieber in disguise or any of that stuff. And then finally, this is the new updated blaster. Here's the old one. So you can see this one is actually smaller. The clip out the side is actually bigger. This looks like it's got a scope on it, where this doesn't. Again, no paint apps on this. Most of the Trooper blasters have this little silver notch, I guess, just to break up the straight black, I guess. But I don't even miss it on here because this is a very clean mold. Again, pictures aren't going to do it justice. This is something you do have to get in hand. But now I wish that Hasbro would come out with an accessory pack with just a bunch of these, because I'd like to put these on some of my other guys. But yeah, it's nice. It's great. I like it. I like it. So to wrap up, yeah, I'm really happy with the new mold. Not super happy with the helmet. Helmet does look better if you can get it so it doesn't look, it's always like it seems it's still a little pushed in on one side. On mine, at least. If you're lucky enough to find these in store and there's multiple and you're able to try to look through that plastic and go, yeah, I think that one's the best of the best, then good for you. I can't be picky right now because they're just not readily available. I hit 2 Walmarts this morning before making this video and nothing. I saw Bespin Han Solo and that was it. So yeah, the new Stormtrooper out of, I don't even know what this wave is. Is this 26? I think, I don't know. It's up there, but welcome edition. Can't wait to get the pre-order to come in. I think for EB Games it's supposed to be sometime early October. So we got a few weeks to go. That's okay. At least I've got a couple to mess around with in the meantime. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I want to just say again, we hit 650 subscribers. Wow, that's awesome. Breathe some new life into me, into the channel. I've got Power Rangers going to come up because I got a lot of Power Rangers, and I kind of want to show them off, regardless if anybody wants to see them or not. But Star Wars is always going to be the focus for sure. But we got the Kamino Trooper to do, Luke and Yoda 2-pack, and the Heavy Mandalorian still. So we'll get there. We'll get there. But anyways, guys, 650 at 750. I'm gonna do a giveaway. So that's, I think I'm over 650 now. So under 100, another giveaway. 1,000, big giveaway. So again, tell your friends if you've made it this far. But anyways, comment, share, like, subscribe, all the usual YouTube mumbo jumbo. Make sure the notification bell's turned on so you know when I upload, which is a lot more regularly now, and I still just live stream on a whim some days, so you may want notifications just in case I drop live for a little while. So that's gonna do it for me. I'm out of here. You guys have a great day.